Well, the next big thing has already happened in the United States. It's the shale gas plays. It really became a significant event about 3 years ago. But having said that, it's continued to evolve and more production has occurred. Some people say that the United States will become energy independent within the decade. I'm not sure if that's true, but I believe that if you add Canada and a little bit of production boost in Mexico, this hemisphere will certainly be energy independent. And the United States, perhaps, we'll see. So the United States went from a high-cost chemical producer to a low-cost producer, second only to the Middle East. Because of that, we feel that these growth projects that we're putting in place will happen. We'll see nice profitability. We expect that this growth will primarily be aimed at export. The United States currently has adequate supply dynamics. If we grow at 2 to 3% per year over the next couple of years, one additional plant will probably satisfy that growth dynamic. So most of the product that we, LyondellBasell, and our competitors are putting in place over the next 3, 4, 5 years are generally targeted for Asia. Asia is a gigantic import market for plastics and other chemicals, and so we would expect a large amount of our product to go in that direction. A bit other places in the world, some South America, but primarily Asia. The one megatrend that's influencing us more than others is in the manufacturing segment itself with cheap energy, and secondarily with the potential for a number of our employees to begin to retire. This is a mature industry with a number of mature employees, myself included. In the next 5 to 10 years, we'll see a significant percentage of our employees that run these plants today, very, very sophisticated plants, get ready to retire. The real question is whether there'll be the engineering skills and technical skills in general that are ready to take over from the generation, the baby boomers, that'll begin to retire. The shift in demographics, the next big shift change, causes us to think about a variety of training requirements. Obviously, there's a succession planning element in every company in any industry, but beyond that, there's just the thought that we need to partner with communities, with schools, to make sure that we have a trained workforce that's ready and able to take over as the generation that's currently running these plants begins to retire. Today, we have adequate engineering staff. It is worrisome, I think, to everyone in our industry and in a variety of other manufacturing industries that we probably don't have enough skilled workers at this point in time. We're working on a variety of programs to get the next workforce ready. We're working with a variety of universities, particularly in engineering skills. We're working with some community college and training, 2-year type technical degree people to go and be operators on the boards at our plants. We're working in the high schools, trying to get them to have shop programs again, to make sure that we have young people that are interested in welding and pipe fitting and other important skills like that. And even going into lower levels in the school system, people in 7th, 8th, and 9th grade, before they start to make career choices, and educating them about the great jobs that our industry has. For instance, we're going to be having a pre-job fair for about 9,000 8th graders in one of the communities in Houston, talking about the jobs that our industry and other industries have to offer. Well, I think that part of what isn't recognized is that a number of these skilled jobs actually pay better than many of the college jobs that people spend 4+ years obtaining. I think it's extremely important to educate the population about the quality of these jobs, importance of these jobs, and see if we can bring a number of those people back into work doing that kind of activity. It pays well, and it's extremely important. There are jobs available. Culture is always an important part of strategy. In fact, some people say that culture will always trump strategy. When I came to the company, when it was in Chapter 11, you can imagine that our employees spent a lot of time looking at the tops of their shoes. Very unhappy, very insecure, didn't know what the future would hold. In a very quick way, we changed our basic philosophy. When I joined the company, I said from day one, I did not come to help you emerge from Chapter 11. I came to help you become the #1 competitor in the petrochemical industry. Of course, you can imagine there were a few chuckles because our company had spent the prior decade 9 out of 10 years as the lowest return competitor. Nobody's laughing anymore. I think our company has advanced remarkably, and you'll find that our return on assets is industry leading, our safety is industry leading, our cost structure is industry leading, and we've taken a stock price coming out of Chapter 11 that was $17 and change to today something north of $70. And if you add in the dividends and special dividends, that price would be in excess of $80. So over a 400% return in 3 years following Chapter 11. So this statement that you could go from worst to first was more than a statement. It was a forecast that's actually being realized. Our people are not looking at their shoes anymore. They're very proud of what they accomplished. As I said in the beginning, it will be a plant floor revolution, and our people will take their company back. Not one CEO, not 10 managers, not 100 managers, but 13,500 people. Fracking is a technology that's in excess of 30 years old. The reason I know that is because I began my career in the energy business. In fact, I can remember we were fracking wells when I started in the energy business in 1980. So this is not a new technology. It's a revitalized technology. What we've learned how to do is drill long horizontal wells and then frack across that whole structure deep under the earth. The concept of fracking is not new. We just used to do it at one point from a vertical well instead of a long horizontal well. It can be done very safely in a very environmentally feasible way. It should not be an issue at all. It's more of a political issue than it's a factual issue. And if you look at the various studies that have come out so far, it says this is not a problem. The one thing I'd like to be remembered for is creating the safest company in the industry. I think we may be the top competitor in the industry these days, and those are things most CEOs want to be remembered for, not me. I feel very, very strongly that we have a responsibility to all of our employees, and we've always said that safety is job #1. I truly believe that, and we're getting very, very close to safety perfection.